What a start of the year it was. Some of you may have seen one or more of the videos from Masterclass from Croatia, which happened in first week of January. I try to publish a new episode every 2-3 days, and almost everything what we have done was filmed there, including interview with Walter Pall, which was most probably one of the most successful episodes. And I'm glad we did it. I'm glad Walter was willing to sit with us and share his vision with us and with you. And after that, I had to take a little break and dedicate my time to other important issues. Now we are at the end of the February, and what's coming up next is reporting season, which was most probably delayed by recent snowfall. We had something like 10-12 centimeters of snow in the last 2-3 days. Now it's melting, so this week maybe all the snow will go away, and some garden work will start outside very soon. New shelves, new shading, and other things. I hope I will film something from that work. Related to things which are coming in the future, I have here this my Prunus spinosa. I was preparing it during the last few days for maybe upcoming exhibition. I don't know if it will be accepted or not. We are going to have European Bonsai Association exhibition in Slovakia, in city of Banská Bystrica. You can find the relevant information in the description of this video. All the guests which will be there are already announced. Walter Pall is coming there as one of the prominent guests. Andreas Okic is coming there. He will have his selling stand with his Carpinus orientalis trees. If you are from place which is from driving distance from Banská Bystrica, from Slovakia, try to book your time for a weekend. Join us there. Maybe you will find the tree for yourself. Maybe you will find the exhibition interesting. In case you will see me there, just stop me and give me a handshake in case we don't know each other. I will most probably spend whole weekend there with Andrea and with Walter. Maybe this tree will be there exhibited. If I'm very, very lucky, it will be in flowers. Talking about this tree, I was a little bit redesigning it in recent days. So if you look, I put my tea down. If you look at the older pictures, the tree had this branch here, which was covering this space. So I decided to open it up. Maybe I will even remove this small branchlet, I don't know. I also shortened the tree by good 5 centimeters and tried to reduce some of the branches. It was too much going into this direction, which is prominent, and the sun is more affecting this part, and these branches were too long, so I tried to cut this short and made the crown more transparent. This is it regarding this tree, and while I was working on it, I was thinking about few things, and one of the things is that I promised to my friend that I will read his book and talk about his book. So let me spend a few minutes talking about this. Last year, maybe in April, I received the email from a man from Scotland, Derek Gillan. He was writing me about my work and about my YouTube channel. We stayed in contact, and we were exchanging few messages and talking about writing about bonsai and life. And later that year, he wrote me that he was writing a book about bonsai, was sending me pieces of this book to look at it and to read through the book. And when it was finally ready, he sent me the final version of his book, which is already published. And when I was reading his work, I was thinking about some similarities between his journey and between what I'm trying to do. He wrote me that he started his bonsai journey in 80s, and then he had to stop his work because of bonsai work, because of life and other issues which were more important than hobby. Exactly the same thing happened to me. When I first time started with bonsai, it was 1988, and I was teenager, I was 13 years old. Obviously, I didn't have resources, I didn't have a garden, and I was working only on a very small balcony, and I was living in communist Czechoslovakia at that time with very limited access to information. It was a very humble beginning. What happened to me very early that I had to focus on high school and different things, and I forgot about bonsai for 20 years, and I returned to it in 2008 when my first daughter was born. While reading Derek's book, I realized that he's trying to share his journey with bonsai trees in his environment, and he's sharing his own way how he is doing it. And it's again very similar to what I'm trying to do. First time when I was starting with the blog, since 2009 I was publishing pictures and texts about bonsai, and now for a few years here on the YouTube channel. I think we both try to show that you can do this hobby with limited resources and with limited time, still balancing between your hobby and your commitments, and do it on a good level. I had the feeling that our journeys are quite similar in that regard. When going through his book, I took these few quotes. Bonsai has a reputation of being an elite hobby, an expensive one. While this is in some cases true, we will examine how to avoid unnecessary cost. An oil painting can be worth staggering sums of money. How expensive is it to buy some paints and brushes? Enjoying the art is a priority. There are many ways. Cost doesn't have to be a challenge. You should be rich in knowledge. This can take time. Grow with your trees. Understanding your local nature, climate, and condition is a great start. This is exactly what I would say in case somebody is asking me if you can do bonsai with limited resources and limited time, and I'm a proponent of this. You don't have to buy expensive tools, you don't have to buy expensive substrates, you don't have to go to famous store and buy expensive trees. You can start with humble material, either with seedlings, cuttings, air layers, or collected trees, and you can achieve great results. In 5 to 10 years you can do a lot. He also writes, daily stress washed away by beneficial effect of being at one with nature, replenishing your soul, finding that you are aware of single leaf but developing through the day. Bonsai can remind you of awareness of nature that perhaps our ancient ancestors knew instinctively. Again, also the same what I'm trying to tell many of you, that you don't have to spend that much time with bonsai, and in different interview you may see soon, I did with my Italian friends, I was talking about this, that when my life was very busy, when I had my second and then third child, I barely spent an hour a week with my bonsais, and they still survived. Of course, you are not able to develop them due to this kind of stressful periods of your life, but still they can survive somehow. You can do some quick management of foliage and pruning or hedge pruning, like Walter is proposing, and you can still make your tree survive and wait for better times in your life. In different part of the book, Derek writes, the Chinese have a few proverbs there we should apply. One of them, if you want happiness for a lifetime, help someone else. I believe if someone helps you, then go on to help 10 others. A smile will gain you 10 more years of life. Helping others, I mean, this is hardly an overstatement. Now we are living in the internet era where now you are maybe watching this video in 4K on your big television somewhere in other parts of the world, and what me as a creator or Derek as author of a book or many other creators out there are trying to do are trying to help you access the information which 30 years ago wouldn't be accessible to any of you. And I mean, this is really great time. Of course, maybe sometimes we are having the feeling that the world is not in the best shape right now. And it could be partially true, but still we can do our little things which are making this world better. In case you are going to buy yourself a new book, or you will look for some present for one of your bonsai friends, try to check the Derek's book on Amazon. The link is down in the description. In case you are new on my channel and you've seen the series from Masterclass in Croatia with Pall, let me know down below in comment section which of the episode was your most favorite, what you liked, what you would maybe do better next time, and it will be very important feedback for me to know on which part of creation process we need to focus next when we are filming. So that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.